Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, top of the morning to you, beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book like The Wealth Choice, Success Secrets of Black Millionaires, written by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, and we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, The Black Bazaar, an international best-selling author of the book, The Black Millionaires Club. Book that I wrote, guys, a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Well, you can begin that study by picking up a book. Take a look. It's in a book. And once you begin to study what wealthy people do, you begin to do what wealthy people do, because now you know. Right? You can find that book by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. While you're there, you'll find a store. You can find other financial literacy books specifically for your children to teach them early what we learn late or what many of us haven't learned all. Stop complaining about what's not being taught in the system. Teach your children yourself about money. How about that? Or get somebody else to teach them. Right? And then also you'll find a tab that says join the club. You want to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusting. You want to walk away from the crowd of the 95% of people who could do but won't do. Well, walk away from those people. Don't talk like they talk. Don't walk how they walk. Don't go where they go. Right? Join the few. It's the few that's going to make a difference for the many. It's the few. It's the few. And it always is. TheBlackBillionairesClub.com. TheBlackBillionairesClub.com. Well, beautiful people, it's roll call time. Let's find out who has joined us here today as we're broadcasting across Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. Just love to know how far our reach is here this morning. Go ahead and hit that like button and share button. If you are your brother's keeper, you are your sister's keeper. If you feel like reading is important, as we understand that readers are leaders, but then also let us know where you're connecting from, right? What city, what state, what country you might be connecting with us here today. As we understand, we're broadcasting across the World Wide Web. And that means that we're global at this point, and you could be connected with us from anywhere in the world. And that's what we love about using these platforms to connect, to find people, to look for people who are looking for us. Everybody don't want to read. Everybody don't want to be wealthy. That's okay. Maybe you showed up because you do. Right, Miss Vivian Reed has joined us here today. What's going on, Tattoos? How are you over at Instagram? Vivian Reed is in the house out of Brooklyn. Nita Diane out of Albany, Georgia. Miss Yvette Goodrich should be coming around the mountain when she comes. What's going on, Miss Goodrich? Miss Guthridge out of Pennsylvania is in the house. Good morning to you. Michelle Teresa Coakley Golf is in the house in the hizzy. Thanks so much for joining us today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Miss Teresa has joined us as well out of Chandler, Arizona. Miss Char G is in the house out of Maryland. Thanks so much for sharing. Miss Michelle is in the hizzy. Man, just say, man, we're going to get this reading in. We're going to learn today about how to become a Black millionaire. Now, of course, if you're not Black, how to become a millionaire. But, you know, I specifically have a New Black Wall Street Book Club. I want to help my people out. But nonetheless, you're going to get some of this too. All right. So we're going to get into this thing, man. We're going through the wealth choice. We are actually in the last chapter, which is the seventh law of wealth, the seventh law of wealth. And so we'll do a quick recap of the first 6 laws, and then we'll get into the 4th rule to become a Black millionaire. And then we'll get right into our 4th position, our 4th space here today. Well, the first law of wealth simply says this, right? Wealth begins in the mind, but it ends in the purse. Wealth begins in the mind, and it ends in the purse. Right, begin to understand as I begin to understand these things. My mind is transformed by the renewing of my mind. By renewing of my mind comes from renewing it around wealthy stuff, having wealthy conversations. Being around wealthy people, wealth-minded people, reading wealthy books. It's very interesting to me as I come across some people who basically have been struggling financially their whole life. And the first thing I want to know is what's in your library. You'll be amazed how many people have never read a financial book in their life, and that includes the Bible. Because the Bible is one of the best financial books you can ever read, but most people won't read that either. This is why we have this. This is why we do what we do, right? Because if you begin to read, you can begin to help yourself. You really can. You'll find yourself, you save a whole bunch of money that you could have spent on wherever, and you save yourself a lot of money if reading becomes important to you and reading the right stuff. Wealth begins in the mind, ends in the purse. Rule number 2 simply says this. This is the decision law. It says this, man. Decide now that you will not be poor. Decide now that you'll not be poor. Everybody put in console now in capital letters, N-O-W. That stands for no opportunities wasted. No opportunities wasted. Opportunity comes across your path, you begin to recognize it. Now that your mind is clear. And you can take advantage of it if that opportunity is for you. No opportunities wasted. I tell you, my finances changed when I decided that I was never going to let another good idea pass me by. No opportunities wasted. Law number 3 says this. Right? Law number 3 is the belief law, the faith law. Simply says this: believe in yourself when no one else will. Believe in yourself when no one else will. Everybody put in the console, I believe in myself. We begin to understand now and say, man, this faith thing is serious. Right? I believe in my talents. I believe in my gifts. I believe in my dreams. I believe in my goals. I believe what has been given unto me. I believe in myself. I don't matter what everybody else thinks. I believe in myself. And that's the most powerful part of belief that you can have. Because now you can go out and do what God has called you to do. You can build the ark like Noah. You can build the school. You can build the hospital. You can do this stuff. You can start to solve the problems that's in our community when you start to believe that you can do it. I believe in myself. Law number 4, this is the Lane law, says this, right? To thine own self be true. Now, what do we learn in this law? We learn this simple idea. For you to simply do what you do best. Everybody put in console, do what I do best. Now, for sometimes I feel like it's a little intimidating to people because you operate in your greatest gift. You operate in your strength, not concerned about your weaknesses. You're doing what you do best. That might intimidate some people. So what? I'm sorry if they're not going to do what they do best. That's not your concern. Do what you do best. So first we have to be transformed by renewing our mind. That means that we begin to know better. And then we have to decide to do better. They're not the same thing. Then it's about believing in yourself that you can do it. Not only is it possible, it's possible for me. And then we start to go to work. We start to do what we do best. Law number 5. Law number 5 is the service law. Says this: how may I serve thee? In this law, we begin to understand there's 2 ways to get rich: by serving more people and solving more problems. Well, here's the beautiful thing. We've discovered what we do best, and we're doing it. Now we simply have to decide to do it every day. We decide to do more of it and do it better. Do it till you're satisfied. Do what you do best every day. You work on improving. You do it better. You do more of it. Then we begin to move into the 6th law. And this is inevitable. If you're doing what you do best, and every day you get better at doing what you do best, you do more of it, you do more of it, and you do it better. Well, now you start moving into owning your own business. Law number 6, own your own business. Every billionaire owns their own business. Every millionaire pretty much owns their own business or is running a business almost as if they're representing the ownership of it. Wow. I'm doing what I do best. Every day I'm doing it better. I'm doing more of it. Literally, it's going to be almost impossible for you not to start your own business, because now you become the go-to person for whatever it is that you do best. Now you're known for something. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share, what are you known for, by the way? Some of you guys say, man, I'm known for everything. That's a problem. I can do a lot of stuff good, but you don't do anything great. That's a problem. I'm sorry, let me say that again for the people in the back. You do a ton of stuff well. I don't hire people that do stuff well. I hire people who do stuff great. And they normally do great in one particular area. I remember when I tried to hire somebody that did stuff well. Right? When I first got my book published, my publisher, she was good. She did publishing. She did well. She did publishing. She did great. But then she said, you know what? Not only can I publish, but I can also edit. She didn't edit so well. So I wasted time paying her to publish and edit my book because I had to end up editing it myself. She was terrible at editing. But guess what? She said she can do it well. And this is what happens when you try to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You get jack kind of money. But one day you'll begin to understand that. Stop trying to do everything well. Do something great. Matter of fact, Bruce Lee said it like this. He said, which is going to be more effective? The artist who practices 1,000 moves one time, or the one who practices one move 1,000 times? And let me say that again. Who's stronger? Who's more effective? The striker who practices 1,000 moves one time, or the striker who practices one move 1,000 times? I want you to begin to sharpen your toolbox. Begin to sharpen your toolbox. And then law number 7, which you're in now, make thy money grow. You begin to learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. See, your money can do something that you can't do. Your money can move all day long. You got to go to sleep. You got to clock out. You got to get some rest. You got to take vacation. Well, what if when you got some rest? What if when you clocked out? What if when you took vacation, your money was still out there working for you? Your money was still out there making money for you. This is how the rich or the wealthy keep getting wealthy. Here's how the rich keep getting richer. They're doing something that you and I typically are not doing. They're making their money work for them. And guess what? Here's the beautiful thing. You and I have access. We can learn to do the same thing. So don't complain about what they're doing. If you can't beat them, guess what? Join them. Join them. It's open season, black people. Open season. We're in the midst of the greatest wealth transfer of our lifetime, of our generation. And some of us don't even recognize it, although we've been waiting on it forever. Although we've been preaching about it forever. Wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, and you just simply can't see it. It's happening right now. It's open season. Everybody put in console open season. You and I have an opportunity to participate like we have never been able to participate before. You and I have an opportunity because we have access like we have never had before. This is what your forefathers fought for. This is what they fought for you and I to have access. And I'm saying to you, let's not disappoint our forefathers. Let's not disappoint our ancestors who died for us to have the opportunity, who died for us to have access, who shed blood for us to be in a better place than they were. And we're going to do the same thing for our kids and our children's children. It's open season. Never in history have black people had this kind of opportunity with no real barriers to entry. Just simply have to be willing, have to say to themselves, you know what? I want to learn what I do not know about money. I want to learn what the wealthy people are doing. And guess what? All the education is there. Education's been there. Access is there. What's stopping you? What are you waiting for? Learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. Now we get into the rules. The rules. How to become a black millionaire. The rules. There's some rules to this thing. There's some rules to this thing. We're going to be talking about the 4th rule, I believe. Or if I can find it. I got so much going on over here. I don't know what's next. All right. So here's the first rule. The first rule to becoming a black millionaire, understanding that the best investment will always be yourself. Everybody put in console, I am my best investment. You can bring back the greatest return. With your skills, your talents, your abilities, what your experience, you can bring yourself back to best return. You just simply keep getting better every day. You are your best investment. Now, here's the interesting thing. Some of us have never invested in ourselves. At least we not consciously. We find ourselves shrinking from opportunities to invest in ourselves, but we have no time. We have no problem wasting ourselves. I am my best investment. Now, here's the interesting thing, especially for a lot of our sisters. You're willing to invest in everybody else but you. You know, got that motherly heart. You don't want everybody else to do well, but you forgot about you. I want you to make yourself a priority. I want you to make your finances a priority. You are your best investment. What happens if you're no longer here? You can't help nobody else out anyway. You might as well take care of you first and then go ahead and give the other person and other people out of your overflow. There's nothing wrong with that. We get it. You got a heart. You're your brother's keeper. You're your sister's keeper. But who's keeping you? Yeah, I know God. I know the Father. He takes care of, but he sends people as well. Rule number 2. Right? Rule number 2. Managing your finances is your responsibility. Everybody put in console, it's my responsibility. Managing your finances, manage your money. What do we learn here? You start to become a better manager. Now, when the good Lord, he started this whole thing, he put Adam in charge of some stuff and said, be a good steward. That's a good manager of the wealth that comes into your hand. I would venture to say we are bad managers. It's not about the money that you make, it's about the money that you keep. It's about what you do with the money that you make. You keep thinking, hey, if I make some more money, I'll be better off. Well, yeah, but you'll probably still have the same bad habits, which means you'll still be paycheck to paycheck, although you make more money. That make a difference if you don't fix your habits. That make a difference if you make $100 a week and you waste $100 a week, you make $1,000 a week and you waste $1,000 a week, you still wasted all your money. Managing your money is your responsibility. Don't blame anybody else for your bad habits. You can turn those things around and you can turn them into good habits. Rule number 3, you want to be a millionaire? Get your spending under control. Get your spending under control. Now, they'll tell us that the Black community's got $1.3 trillion of spending power. What interesting thing is, it's power for everybody else. It goes right out of our hands, right out of our community into the hands of others. Matter of fact, they set up shop in our community because they know if I set up shop in the Black community, if I set up shop around the Hood Mall, I'm going to get paid. Because they don't care about money. Everybody's trying to come and set up shop in the Black community. But us. Everybody. Okay, y'all like chicken wings? We're gonna open up a chicken wing stand over there. Okay, y'all want to get your nails done? Okay, we're going to open up a nail stand over there. We ain't scared. We'll live here. We just visited. We just come over here, get your money, and we'll go back over to the north side, you know what I'm saying, where we over there hanging out. Get your spending under control. All this tough stuff. I mean, but hey, you say you want to be a millionaire? We'll see. We will see. Now we get into the 4th rule. Want to be a millionaire? Really? Are you willing to do what it takes? We'll see. Rule number 4. Pay yourself first. Saving is permissible. Pay yourself first. Saving is permissible. You are literally getting a financial literacy session, right? Financial literacy 101. Don't say nobody ever taught you. Just say you never wanted to come to class. New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's get it. For the first decade of Victor McFarlane's life, his mother's living room couch also served as his bed. The product of a single-parent home, McFarlane sought neither sympathy nor pity. That was not his nature. Nearly 50 years later, when asked for his proudest accomplishment, he didn't cite the 80-story Time Warner Center in New York that his real estate company helped to build. Nor did he mention the countless urban revitalization areas that he transformed along the West Coast as well as the Eastern Seaboard. Oddly, he didn't even acknowledge the $4 billion in real estate and private equity funds that McFarlane Partners currently manages. History clearly states that Victor McFarlane created the first urban investment fund in 1990. What he did bring to my attention was that it was in that one-bedroom Middletown, Ohio home where he ultimately decided that poverty would not be given a place in his life. What did Victor McFarlane just say? He said he decided when he was broke that he would no longer be broke. It was a decision he made when he was broke. Same decision I made when I was broke. There was a time when I was just like some other people. I was broke. I decided this ain't gonna work. I was broke. I said, I'm a grown-ass man, dog. This is not going to work. And guess what happened? I began to fix myself, and then I began to fix my money. Victor McFarlane said, he created, where he was at his home, one-bedroom Middletown home in Ohio, where he ultimately decided that poverty would not be given a place in his life. Poverty. Don't live here no more. Poverty would not be given a place in his life. He simply made a decision and then went on a journey of 50 some odd years, continuing to run as fast away as he can from poverty. Now, here's what the good book says. Good book says something like this: a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and so shall poverty come upon you like an armed robber. Now, notice that. A little sleep, people won't get up. A little slumber, you're up, but you won't get up. A little folding of the hands, you're lazy. and so shall poverty come upon you. You can't keep it from coming if you're lazy, if you sleep all day, and if you slumber all day, you're a couch potato. You can't, if you never go outside, you never meet other people who got money, who want to spend money with you, you never start to work on this thing. Poverty will come upon you like an armed robber. So that tells me, like she just said, Ms. Guffrin, poverty is an enemy. I mean, an armed robber is an enemy. Armed, ready to stick you up and take everything you got. Now, here's the interesting thing. It ain't like you got a lot, but he'll come get what you got. Matter of fact, the parable of the talents said this. It said, hey, the one who hid his talents, the master came back and says, you know what? You're a wicked servant. Let me get what you got and let me go give it to somebody that's going to do something with it. Something like that. Isn't this interesting? Decide. Be like Victor McFarlane and decide right now that you will not be poor. This resolve has helped him amass a varied and valuable real estate portfolio, including inner city housing and commercial space, high-end condo developments, and planned communities. His company's diversification helps it to thrive even in the slow markets of the past few years, consistently generating returns of 20% or more. McFarlane is quick to point out that in this game, capital is king. Capital is king. Everybody put that in the comments below. Capital is king. In this game, capital is king. But he is equally as quick to admit that all fortunes have their foundation in the first great principle of wealth building, which is saving. Saving. He then began to share his 4 rules for prosperity. First, establish a budget and live within it. This is from a millionaire. This is from a billionaire. I don't know who you're going to listen to. Maybe you'll listen to them. He said, hey, first thing, establish a budget and live within it. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Now, I was talking to one of my mentees yesterday. She said, hey, she want to establish a budget. I told her, you know what? Let's start with your spending problem, your spending issue. Over the next week, go ahead and capture where you spend your money. The reason why I said that is because budgets are great. But here's the thing. You know how much you make. What you don't know is how much you spend. So let's track that. And then we can come back to the budget. Because then you're going to see some stuff. You're going to start to feel some type of way when you got to write down that $2.50 ice cream that you know you didn't eat. You're going to feel some type of way when you got to do all that stuff. Then you got to report back and be like, hey, dog, did what I did. You're going to be thinking, like, oh, no, I ain't going to do that. It's going to automatically cause you to save more money because you're not going to want to write it in your book. Huh? So first, establish a budget and live within it. He explained during the interview, live within your means. If you're not careful, any amount of money can be spent, whether you earn $70,000 a year or $70 million. Second, create and adhere to a savings plan. Create a budget, live within it. Start a savings plan. Now, last year, most of the years, we do something we call it, we do the 52-week savings challenge, right? Each week, every week, we put in $1, $2, depending on according to the week. And at the end of the year, we have over $1,500. We've done that for the past 3 years. Have you ever put yourself on a savings plan? To simply say, every paycheck, I'm going to pay myself $25. Every paycheck, I'm going to pay myself $50. Hey, let me ask you a question. Don't you deserve it? I mean, you work 40 hours. I mean, you spent 60 hours if you include traffic and getting up and all that good stuff to go get the money. Don't you deserve to pay yourself first? I mean, don't you deserve to keep some of what you worked hard to get? I'm just saying, think about that for a second. Haven't you worked hard enough that you deserve to keep some of what you actually worked hard to get? That only makes sense. I mean, to go work 40 hours, 50 hours, 80 hours, because it's probably a 2-week pay period, 80 hours, then you add on the traffic. Then you add on dealing with all those coworkers. You add on dealing with your boss. You got to deal with all that. And then you don't keep some of what you work hard to get? Well, that sounds like you might be boo-boo the fool. A fool and his money will soon part ways. Wow. I never looked at it like that. Then we start talking about just spending. I mean, then you start thinking about, wait a second. I worked 80 hours to get this money. And it only took me 3 hours to get rid of it. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I think they woke up back there. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You work 80 hours to get your paycheck. 80 hours. plus the traffic, plus all the aggravation, plus all that. Then it only took you 3 hours to get rid of it. Nice little weekend shopping. Nice little vacation you went on. Each of us needs some amount of liquidity, right? To capitalize on opportunity, I always keep some amount of cash on hand. Here's the reason why many people can't take advantage of opportunities. Why the poor keep passing over opportunities, because they don't have the money to invest. They don't have the money to take advantage of opportunities when it comes. You know what I'm saying? They simply have never put themselves on some type of plan, so they'll have the money available when opportunity is around. And you know what happens for me? When opportunity comes, when I see it, first I see it, then I seize it. I go attack. Oh, that seems like it's good to me. Let's go make it happen. I don't have to think about it because I got money I've been saving. I've been saving not for a rainy day. I do that too, but that's not important. That's not as important to me as saving for an opportunity to invest. Everybody putting God, so save for an opportunity. Now we can look at that a couple different ways. Say you're investing or you're trading or something like that. A lot of people that follow me, they're investors now, right? You've been saving up your little ducats. You know what I'm saying? You get your little stimulus check, whatever the case may be, and then the market takes a dive. Your favorite stock, it just dives. And you got an opportunity now to go get it lower than you would have got it before. That's an opportunity. But if you don't have the money, you can see the opportunity, look at it like, man, I wish I could go get that right now. I know that's gonna help me get rich, but I went clubbing last night, and I had a few drinks and we turned up. The strippers got all our money. I came back and I was like, damn, I gotta go back to work on Monday. I guess I'll sit in the house on Sunday because the strippers got all my money. I made it rain. What happens if you start making it rain in your own bank account? What happens if you start making it rain in Bitcoin? Well, what happens if you start making it rain into your inheritance, into your children's children? You start thinking about them, you make it rain into them. Everybody put God's on make it rain. What happens when you start doing that? You start making it rain in your savings account. You start making it rain in your investment account. You start making it rain in some real estate. You start making it rain in some stocks. You start making it rain in some forex. What happens when you start making it rain on stuff that can help you get rich? Make it rain. See, I don't have a problem talking about. I don't have a problem talking about getting rich. That's one thing I do not have a problem talking about. Third, separate your needs from your wants. The vice of our age is the desire to keep up with the Joneses, to outshine our neighbor. It's time to let your neighbor go. Trust me, this negative habit is the bedrock of poverty. This negative habit, you got to have the little Nas shoes. Whatever the case, who the hell want them things? But you got to have them. This is a millionaire telling you this is the problem. Now, whether we listen or not, I don't know. Whether we change or not, I don't know. This negative habit is the bedrock of poverty. Listen, the goal is to win. It's not to look like you're winning. That might help somebody right there. The goal is to win, not to look like you're winning. I know that's right, Ms. Governor said, man, to hell with my neighbor. And fourth, diversify your funds. It is wise to participate in a variety of assets. Everybody putting down some assets, not liabilities. See, we've been participating, we've been diversifying our capital into liabilities. That's not wise. That's stupid. What's wise is to diversify your money, your capital, into assets, things that have the opportunity or even the ability. Or if you got to give your money a chance. Everybody putting down, so give my money a chance. Give your money a chance to grow. It's not going to grow in that car. It's not going to grow in that car. It's not going to grow in the TV. It's not going to grow in the couch that you had to have. It's not going to grow there. But if you give your money a chance, you might just find yourself in a position that you dreamed about because you gave your money a chance. You said, you know what? Let me learn what I can about real estate. That's what I want to do. Let me go get into real estate. Let me learn what I can about this thing called crypto. That's what I want to do. Let me go get into this crypto. Hey, but it don't start with you doing. It starts with you learning. Let me learn what I can about this thing called Forex. Let me go try to do what I can in Forex. Let me learn what I can about my own business so I can, make that thing turn around. Let me learn what I can about whatever. You can learn. That's what I do know. And you have the ability and you have the access like never before. You got Google on your phone. You can look up anything you want. You got YouTube University. You can watch anything you want. The problem is, are you choosing to watch stuff that can help your money grow, or are you choosing to watch stuff that's going to ask you for your dollars, called advertising, and they keep getting you. Every time you try to get out, they pull you back in. Every time you say no more Amazon, they pull you back in. Every time you say no more Victoria's Secrets, they pull you back in. You know why they pull you back in? You know why? Because they know what you like. They know your habits. You know why they pull you back in? Because they're studying you. And say, okay, Miss Michelle, this is what you like to do? Oh, Miss Michelle, this is what you looked up on the internet? Oh, Miss Michelle, oh, you like that purse? Let me show you 5 more. Oh, Miss Mankins, oh, you like that belt? Oh, let me show you 10 more. Oh, Miss Kitty, oh, you like that dress? Oh, you like that dress? Let me show you 15 more. You got to understand, they're coming for your money. They studying you. Here's what we understand. There's nothing new under the sun. If that's true, if you believe there's nothing new under the sun, let me ask you this question. Why do you keep falling for the same tricks? Why do you keep falling for the same tricks? They did it last week. They did. Matter of fact, what we did? Well, last year this time, this whole flower susu thing came out. We were telling people stay away from the flower susu. You had $500 for that, but didn't have $500 for Bitcoin. We told you it not necessarily was a scam. We told you it wouldn't last. Some people got in, they got a little money. A lot of people got in, they didn't fare out so well. And where is it today? It disappeared. Now, guess what? When did that come out? It came out when people got their stimulus check. Guess what's coming out right now? A whole nother one. They call it something different, same thing, right? There's nothing new under the sun. And guess what it's coming to do? Come to get your stimulus check. Did you learn last year? Or you're going to do the same thing this year. Boo-boo the fool. Keep falling for the same tricks, right? I mean, as a matter of fact, any good book says we know the enemy. We know his tricks. Ain't that what it say? We know his tricks. There's no new playbook for him. He going to keep doing the same stuff that he keep doing because if I was the devil right now, I'd be like, that worked last time. Let's do it again. Shit, they ain't changing. Might well do it again. Why does he need to change if you keep falling for it? Why does he need to do something different if you keep falling for it? That make any sense? I would just keep on doing. Hey, do what works, devil. Do what works. Because clearly these people. When it comes to saving and investing for your future, the historic rule of thumb is 10%. By saving 10% of your income each month, you will grow wealthier than you dreamed possible. In some cases, it's necessary to save more, particularly if you have ambitious retirement goals. But now is the time to adopt the rules so that many of the financial elite apply. Begin by acting on the wisdom that 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. After a celebrated career with the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers, Junior Bridgman, a former NBA standout, shared the following story with a fresh group of retired professional athletes. One day, while Bridgman was working at the line at the Wendy's fast food restaurant in Milwaukee, a woman approached the counter to place an order, acting as if she might have recognized the one-time 6'5" point guard. Once she left the store, Bridgman didn't give the matter a second thought until the following morning, when he heard the comments of a caller on a local radio talk show. I think it's a shame, the caller explained. I was eating at Wendy's yesterday and I saw Junior Bridgman working behind the counter. Oh my God, is that the best that these ex-athletes can do? As Bridgman concluded his remarks, a few of the athletes in attendance shifted uncomfortably in their seats. And why not? In an age of in-your-face ballers, high-priced pleasure seekers armed with an inflated self-worth and egos and extravagant spending habits to match, it's pretty easy to visualize the reaction of today's pampered NBA stars, but not Bridgman. He is a throwback. He just smiled. Perhaps it's because the last laugh was his. Unlike so many of the ex-teammates, he refused to squander his earnings. Instead, he saved every dime and purchased a string of fast food franchises in 1987, the year he retired. Ironically, he owned the particular Wendy's plus 160 others, not to mention 121 Chili's restaurants as well. Today, Bridgman Foods is the number 3 on the Restaurant Finance Monitor's top 200 franchisee owner-owned companies, surpassing the $530 million mark in revenue. When asked how he got his start, the former swingman replied, it all began with the first paycheck. Really, the first dime I earned. Everybody putting down for the first dime. I love talking about the first dime. It says, started with a paycheck, the first dime I earned. I knew that saving something was better than saving nothing. If you are careless with your nickels, careless with your dimes, fortune will never come by your hand. If you are careless with your nickels, careless with your dimes, fortune will never come by your hand. However easy it may be to make money, it's far more difficult to keep it. Now, why do I love the first dime? Because I always come back to Scrooge McDuck. He started talking about, man, here's my first dime. Here's how I got all this started. It was the first dime. And he wanted to protect that first dime no matter what. Now, he said this first dime was more valuable than all the gold he had in his vault. And he said, you know what? The way that I got all the gold that I got in my vault was because I valued the first dime. And then guess what? He was swimming in coins. Swimming in coins. The first dime. Now, is it possible on your journey to become a millionaire? You realize I've been careless with my money. I've been careless with the little stuff. The $2 here, the $3 there, $5 here. And now it's so much easier, right? They wanted to get you off cash for a reason. Got you off cash, got you into credit cards. Got you off credit cards, got you into the cash apps. Got you off cash app, now you're going to digital. Why? Because it's a lot easier to push. It's a little bit harder to pull out your wallet and be like, I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and spend that $25. Well, if I can push it away, oh, Lord, that's easy. They make it easy for them to get more money from you. You don't know what, you don't know the gig is up. Says there, man, the love of money is the root of all evil. All day, every day. They're trying to find a way to get your money. And they've been successful. So you're gonna buy some stuff. You're going to get some stuff. You got to take care of just the basics. We know that. Well, at the end of the day, if your month is longer than your money, you're going in the opposite direction. At the end of the day, if March came and you had more month than you had money, you're going the wrong way. It might be time for you to do a little check in the mirror. This ain't working. This is not. This ain't working. This ain't right. Something wrong. I got more month than my money. Something is wrong. And I'll venture to say that something that's wrong is you. Number one, investment in yourself. Invest in yourself. Number two, you are responsible. You are responsible. Managing your finances is your responsibility. Number three, get in control of your spending. Get in control of your spending. And number four, pay yourself first. Saving is permissible. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share something that you learned today. We don't do this just to do this, beautiful people. We do this to make a difference. And hopefully we made a difference in your life here today. I'm simply asking you to answer this question in the comments below here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Was this worth your time and why? Was this worth your time and why? Did you find great value in what you may have learned today? Did it shake some things on the inside of you? Say, you know what? I got to fix me. And then I'll fix my money. Now, I know I talk much faster than you type, so while you guys are typing that out, letting us know, right, the impact that's been made on your life here today, we'll go ahead and share our sponsors who make this thing all possible. All right, they've decided, you know what, that this is important, that we continue to bring this great literature to our community and let the community share it out. If they are their brother's keeper and they are their sister's keeper. First and foremost, you got the Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, with specialized in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, also Black art inspired gifts. Shop Black at the Black Bazaar, www.theblackbazaar.com. www.theblackbazaar.com. Blackberry Charisma, Black woman-owned business. You can do business. You can do business within your very own community. Help the sister out. They help you out. It works like that. She specializes in branding, be able to help you with custom crafts to stay on top of mind with what you wear, with what you carry, all that good stuff. She can customize all that stuff for you. She also has a pretty dope lineup of lingerie. Check out at blackberrycharisma.com. That's www.blackberrycharisma.com. 5 Factor Consulting, another sister who decided that financial literacy, reading was important. She said, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, help the New Black Wall Street be what the New Black Wall Street book club can be, and she can help you get the money right. She can help you fix your credit, repair your credit. She can help you increase your cash flow. Maybe you need some help. Well, reach out to 5 Factor Consulting and get the help that you need. www.5factorconsulting.com, www.5factorconsulting.com. And last but not least, another sister who says, you know what, this is important. We're going to put our money where our mouth is. We're going to help the New Black Wall Street Book Club be what the New Black Wall Street Book Club can be. Read Rainbow 2.0. Take a look. It's in a book. In honor of our brother LeVar Burton in the house. Simply says this: when you check her out at BigSisMediaGroup.com to become current. Maybe your website's out of date, right? Maybe you're not the greatest at creating your own flyers and you make yourself look bad because you're just doing it on your own. I'm telling you, we're in a digital age right now. Why don't you get a digital upgrade? And the sister can help you out. Check out BigSisMediaGroup.com. That's right, www.BigSisMediaGroup.com. Now let's catch up on these comments, man. See what you guys are talking about here as we have 30 minutes a day, my beautiful people. 30 minutes a day to keep broke and stupid away. See what you guys talk about, man. We'll get up out of here as we've been going through the wealth choice here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Over Instagram, what's going on with you, man? Briss Brown, Sweet Sugar said, yes, it was worth my time. Taboo said, yes, it's worth my time, and shook everything inside me, man. Financial literacy is with every Black person needs, including myself. Absolutely. Miss Brown Sugar said, man, I used to be frivolous spin trying to change my life. Thank you for helping us. That's what we're here for. I appreciate you over Instagram hitting that heart button and all that good stuff as well. And see what you guys talking about here over at Facebook and YouTube. Facts, be careful with your dimes. Be careful. First, facts, be careful with your dimes. Absolutely. Ms. Mankins go, we are money goes strong in the year flow. You have to control your money, right? Mr. Naper, right? Invest, manage, maintain, right? Always self-check for Miss Kenny. Mr. Harold, man, yes, sir. I need to tweak some of my habits that's holding me back some, right? Brother Sedley here, man, well worth my time. Reminder to not be the jack of all trades, right? Mr. Guffridge, I learned that I have to update my savings plan. I know I can save, invest more. Miss Nita Diane simply says this: yes, continue to work within my budget and separate my needs from my wants. Continue to adhere to my savings and investing and diversify to win and not look like I am winning. Miss Nana over at Instagram. You know, you talk fast. Are you going to add those websites here? No, I'm not. It's over at Instagram. It's a little bit difficult, but yeah, I do talk fast. I had to get it moving. Hey, man, things are not always as they appear. Stop looking rich while being broke. Keep that dime. So I do have all this stuff on my Facebook and also on the YouTube feed. I can't do as much on Instagram, unfortunately. Glenda Tate Wiz, I must invest in myself, control my spending, and pay myself and manage my money. But here's a good thing. So, Ms. Nana, I'm glad you asked that. So what's going to happen, though, is those websites that I mentioned, there will be a link that's going to be on the stream that'll be in the description, and that's the Black Millionaires Club. Well, we're launching next week the BBC Mall. So all of those websites, all of those businesses you'll find on our mall. So I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think about that. That's going to be we're launching that by Monday. So moving forward, once we get to Monday, you'll see all these businesses actually on our website. We're going to show you guys how to practice not only group economics, but group marketing as well. Okay. We'll show you that as well. So again, just check out the blackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. The mall will be up, like I said, probably by Monday. Okay. Mall will be up by Monday. Always a world of difference in the BBC. It means different. It means the difference between wealth and poverty. Man, Miss Michelle, man, yes, definitely worth my time. Miss Jamila, I just logged on, but I'm inspired. Man, thank you. Miss She Rose in the house as well. Well, beautiful people, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of the New Black Wall Street Book Club. And I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. It's time to get up, to get out, and go get something. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the new Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the new Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street Book Club.